right?
Right.
So nothing else, like no questions.
I have given some assignment in that.
Okay, I'll take
If,
a look.
yeah, if you open that notebook, you'll find the assignments are given.
Sorry, sir, I'm getting a call. 1 second.
No problem. Go ahead. Take the call. I will start this. So actually, this function is very interesting. Okay. In any language, you can find function, class, and all these things are used for reusability. Reusability. Reusability means you don't have to repeat something again and again. Once you write something, just you need to use that again. Dry, don't repeat yourself. Okay. So you can do something like function or class we can use. But function has different name depending on where it appears. Sometimes function will be called as method. Sometimes it will be known as operation. And some more names are there. I need to recall. Like, yeah, method, function, operation. Depending on the class, we'll see. But yeah, mainly function is function. Yeah. Here it will be like something called definition. So that's why it is defined using def keyword. So we will have two kind of function. One is built-in function, another is user-defined function. Built-in function मतलब any programming language will have its own functions and those are defined for you to use them directly. And they have predefined meaning, predefined purpose to use them. And you already have used some of them like a range function, sorry, print, input, type, and these things you have used, right? I didn't use, but eval you have used. So this is a built-in function means it is already defined, but we can define our own function for some specific region. In the one CCC exam, we have seen that in one question, we have seen that we have to do same thing again and again, then we can, it's better to write a function and use them. So if you look at how this function look like, it will start with def keyword. Some name you have to give, like you know the how to give a variable name, same rule you have to give. You have to follow same rule to give a name of the function, okay? And here you give like something called parameter. Like you have seen, right, range. Range has three parameter, like a start, a stop, and a step. So these are three parameters. Here we can see three parameters, right? 1, 10, 2 means a start, a stop, and a step, right? So likewise also we can have our own parameter, what we want to pass here. And whatever parameter is there, that is nothing but some variable name, okay? We create some variable here, and that variable will be used here inside. So one additional thing is there called return. Return is an optional, like in some function you want to return, in some function you don't want to return. Yeah, so, somewhere. So return, and what we return, we can return some value or we can return some any state expression you can write here. If you write some expression here, the value of that expression will be returned. What is a return? That I will let you know. Return means we'll come to know. So generally we'll have def keyword is for sure. Return is also a keyword, but this line you can skip. If you skip, then you'll have it function like functionality will change. If you write, then it will work differently. Okay. This is you write something in triple quote, opening triple quote and closing triple quote. Whatever you write, that is called doc a string. What is this doc a string? Doc a string means documentation. Documentation means generally in this, like you can write like this inside whatever you want to write. Whatever you variable you use, what this function is going to do, All that detail we specify here, integer variable. Okay?
So do we have to mention docstring for every function?
No, no. Suppose
Okay.
I'll give some function name, add. Then I'll write here this function. Yeah, Randeep, go ahead.
Thank you,
Will
sir.
perform
So,
addition.
so just like a range, a function has two parameters, right?
No, you can have n number of parameters, as many you want.
Okay, sir, but what does a parameter do in this case?
I'll come to know that. Just see the what
Oh,
these things are here. We'll come to know learn. A lot of things are there to learn. So suppose that I'll write some simple code here. Result equal to parameter 1 plus parameter 2 and return. So this became a function. So this is here we write what this function is going to do, what parameter it takes, what value it is going to return. This is documentation about that function. Okay. Now come to this. See, diff is a keyword you know that is required to start the function, which will indicate that my function started from here. Function name, you have to give some unique name as we give for variable name. Don't use the same name again and again. Parameter is the value passed to the function, means these are also optional. In some cases, we give the value, sometimes we don't. Depending on the requirement, we do that. This is also optional. And these parameters are nothing but some variable, okay? And that variable will take the value, will come to know. We must give one colon to indicate that function with body will start from here. Okay, ending there is no indication. This return is wrongly written, it should come here. So you can say that from here to here, these all are the body of the function because from indentation we can capture, right? This indentation, Python indentation is important. So it indentation means all this part is part of this function because indentation you can see equal space are given here in across all the line, I mean to say. Now, so this is the function body. You know that now. Docketing is the documentation, which is also optional. You want to write, then write. Otherwise, fine. Return is also optional. If you don't return anything, then it will give you none. It returns none by default. See, definition is mandatory, return is optional. Yeah, go ahead, Randeep.
so docstring is like basically like putting a few characters between comments, so we understand what it is for, or does it
Yeah,
serve?
it is not only for what it is for, but I'll show you. This will be used as a helper. Like, see, if you write here and you press Shift tab, sorry, or maybe let's write question one. Okay, see, docstring. It will show you like this. Suppose that I'll define this one. This one I'll show you, but see, I'll take this one. Okay. Suppose that I have defined this function. Okay. I'll run this one. I have run. Now I will check question mark add. See here how this Docker string look like. Can you match them?
Yes, sir. So you just put the whole thing between docstring, and when you put a question mark and the function's name, you just know how it works.
So it is kind of help. So if you click on when you do any question mark any function name, it will tell you about what that function does, right? So that's why we give generally this.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
So
any system defined function, if you do question mark, if they will have some Docker string, you will see here to know what is purpose is, how to
no,
define, how does
but
it look like, yeah.
but docstring doesn't serve any purpose when it comes to the code itself, except for.
Yeah, right. This is a kind of comment line for
Oh,
code, but it has a lot of significance because it is helper thing. You're right. I got it.
oh,
Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So now here you can see same thing. Like we have add function having two number as parameter. It is performing addition, returning that value. So you can see the function name is add here. One, num two are two parameters. These all are function body, and these are return a statement or return value, which will return the value of this. And once you define the function like this, you need to call them. You need to use them. If you want to use them, you have to use like this. So what will happen? This function will, from this function will call here. This one will, I'll show you in VS Code actually, one function, how it works. Like as you see in the loop, similarly, control will go from one place to another place and it will do the operation. So I'll take this code. I'll take this one. So if I want to call that function, this is the way we call it. We'll pass 10, 15, and we need to receive what it is returning here that we need to receive in the left of this, like this. Done. So you can say we have defined the function. This is the function call a statement call. Okay. So what you return here, that will be copied here. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we directly use the function, like call the function in print function?
Yeah, that you can do that.
Okay.
You can just add that one. You can use that one there.
Yes, sir.
We'll run this one also. What happens here? We have defined a function. We are calling this one. We are passing the value. So what will happen? This 10 will come here on this. So you can say that in the background, what will happen? Internally, it will return. It will be written like this. It, internally, it will be written like this. When you pass 10 means this 10 will be copied here. Like copy means equal, assigned. Assignment operator will be execute. This 15 will be copied here. And then whatever value you have here, that will be taken here. Then you get the value. Then similarly, when you return something, what will happen? Internally, this will be replaced with the something called result of add, like this. Just understand something like this. Okay. You get it? My point means whatever you value you are returning, the value of that one will be assigned here
Yes, sir.
internally. Okay. So let's see. Now I'll run this code. What will happen? My cursor will come here. At first, internally, it will run here. And then once cursor will come here, it will go here. And whatever I have said, this 10 will be internally copied here. Then 15 will be copied here. Eventually, as of now, I kept it. This is not wrong. But understand that if you don't give, it will do that this way. Okay. But what I did that one, that will also cover. That's important. So let's run this. I'll just give a breakpoint here. I'll run this code for you. Okay. Run and debug. Python debugger. Yes, okay, see here. So my cursor is now, you see here what it is telling. A special, these are some special variable. Here is a function variable. In, so in that we have also like internally a lot of variable it declares, but it's okay. We don't have to get into that right now. So we have add one function, like when it came here internally already defined that internally it is add is just some function which is just stored somewhere. You can see the address of that function is also in memory, it is kept here. That function is already defined because cursor, no, it didn't came directly here. Internally, it has read this part, then cursor came here. And when it has read this part, it has created some function like this. See, it is telling function is add function is already created and it is kept on some memory, in some memory. Now I will go pressed F10. See. So actually in this, it's not going control. I have to put cursor one more break here. I'll forget. Yeah. So what happened after this? Just directly it came here. I'll run it again. One second. F5, F10. See, it came here. Means from here it will go here and then again it could not go inside. Like this is actually if you have some other editor, which I didn't use in Python. So from here it will come here, it will run these two things. Then from here it will come here again. That was happening in some language, but it doesn't happen here actually. It just go in very brief. But internally it happens in that way, what I said to you. The value will be copied here, then internally everything will run. And then see addition happened, kept on the sum one, and we can see the output 25. I don't know why in this is not that much auto definition. Let's see if we can find out, but I'm not helpful. Toggle breakpoint F9, step into step out, continue, step over. In this, it is not happening properly. Okay, I'll put here was, but still it's not going there. Actually, it's, oh yeah. No, wait. Yes, now it came. I had to give. Yeah, Randeep, tell me.
Sir, what purpose do the multiple breakpoints serve?
Actually, I wanted to make sure like it shows the what steps it is following.
Okay.
See, it is showing from where to where it is going. See, first time where it will. Okay, it came there. Then F10 came on sum, then came on result, then return, and then print. So
Yeah, but won't that work even if you remove the breakpoints?
yeah, it doesn't. So actually, it's quickly. What is happening here? I understand. Actually, first time it is defining in the memory, and next time when it say here, it is just calculating here because it is already this whole body is in the memory. So from that it works. But I kept here one additional breakpoint. So when it comes here, it goes into the in its body of this function. So that's why we are able to see. From here we could also see that it has came here. Then it came directly here. So like that. You can see one. Notice the F5. See, I ran F5. See, at first it came here. Then it will from there it will come here. See, then I'll now it came on result means it is calculating. It means this value internally it is passed there. Now it is evaluating this. Now it will send this result to this someone. That is also done. Now it is printing. So this is the way how this function works internally by the compiler. If you have any doubt, then I'll go to the further. I'll use some more variety of function. Do you have any question in this? Did you
No.
understand something?
I just did not understand return.
What
When
did you not understand?
like how um,
How cursor is going from here to there?
mm-hmm.
Is it your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll repeat again. Actually, see, in the compiler does internally, but I'll show you again. What is happening? At first, it cursor will come here to define a function inside the memory, right? Then from once this function means this whole body will be this, it will be read whole body and it will put into the memory that okay, add is a function and which will be used. Okay. Later on, when it sees okay, this is add is a function, in memory it knows it is something like a variable, right? Like suppose that you write some variable x equal to 5, and when you write x maybe y equal to x, what happens? X is already defined somewhere. When you do y equal to x, it knows okay, x is somewhere, so that will it will just take the value and it will put 5 here.
Mm.
It is similar thing, just here I am putting value, but here this function will replace whole this code there. I'll make it simpler for you. Just take a second. What it will do? If I'll remove breakpoint internally, what it will do? You think something like this. This statement, I'll make it a bit even more simpler. Okay, I'll remove the result one for a while.
Sir, can you clarify this? It's regarding this question, so I'm not. I'm adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, so you mentioned that
Mm-hmm.
parameter one plus parameter two is the sum, which it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you equaled it to a result, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when you say return result, is it going to print the result or is it just going
No, it will result means return statement is nothing but kind of assignment operator. It will which will copy the value from here to here, because assignment operator we cannot write here, right? It doesn't work. So that's why they have given one a statement. When you write return here, what it will do? It will evaluate this, whatever it is. The value of that one will be copied here. It is pass of kind of throwing a ball. So this return will throw some value of this one and store here.
so you're basically like plugging parameter one plus parameter two into a variable. You're returning the variable so someone can take the variable later on.
Yeah, let me see, explain this one once again. Yeah, Johnny, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead.
How do you know that the value goes in someone when you say return?
Because we see the value there. But we'll see. We'll
What if
come
we
to.
had like triple values? Then which one will it go into?
You want to return multiple values here?
No, like instead of someone, like someone, there are like several more.
You want to put some multiple variable like this?
Yeah, and then multiple values too for the variables.
Those situation will come. It will decide. It does pairing. But as of now, first understand for this one. Okay.
Mhm.
See what will happen. Let us see. I just simplified more here. Okay. Now I just made it very simpler. Suppose that one function is defined in the memory. What will happen next time when add is a function name and it should take two parameter, right? So whenever it will see add and two parameter here internally, this value, this expression, whatever is appearing in the return, that will be, this will be replaced with internally something like this, kind of. Okay. So because parameter 1 is 10 and parameter 2 is 15, so just it will be replaced with 10 plus 15. Internally it what does this, and that's why you are able to see the same values. See here. Did you get this?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Because likewise, if I do something here, print inside the function, okay, then what it will do? It will put multiple statement. It will take this statement here, put here, semicolon, and then like this. Internally it does, like it will put multiple statement, then it will run this statement, and then it will assign that one on this, and then we can print that.
Can you
If
run?
I this one, I don't think it should run because we are, if you put comma, still it will not work. Okay, because this is a problematic thing here. Like this, just to explain you, I told you, but let's see what it keeps inside the function. Eventually it worked. but only someone has not gotten anything. But don't understand that way. Internally, just understand means whenever this add will be encountered, okay. So this the body part, whole body part will execute here. This line will be gone, and this whole all body part will be executing one after another. Suppose that I have multiple statement here, okay, print.
Okay, sir, let me make the question like clear, easier.
Mhm. Yeah, tell me.
What happens if we remove the return statement?
Still, it will do the same thing.
Then
Just it
what?
will not give the value here. That's good question. Just okay. We'll do that one also. Okay. Forget about the return. In that case, what will happen?
Sir, just make it like result is equal to parameter 1 plus parameter 2. Or just make it sum.
Take out all the prints. Is what you're saying, right?
See, you at first you understand, then we'll see all the other varieties also. So I said your parameter is optional, return is also optional, right? I can
Yes.
do like this also. In this case, what will happen? Someone will have none because we are not returning anything, so we should not give anything in the back of that. If you give, then it will have none because it is not sending anything here to receive here. If it is not receiving anything, then it will be none. So if you write like this, add equal to add, just we are calling add, then what will happen? This one line will be replaced with this all three lines. That's all. So likewise, I'll write add again. Then this add is replaced with this three line. This add will replace three lines. So we'll see two times it will print. Wait, F5. Yeah, Pranabhi, go ahead. See here, it printed two times, right?
Yes, sir. So can we like return two values if using return?
It will come to all those varieties. As of now, are you able
Okay.
to kill? Do you get this? What is happening?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Suppose that I'll write again add. What will happen? Again, it will that as many times we'll call it, that many times this three control will go there. It will run all the statement there. Anything you can write, whatever you want. See, first time it printed inside function three times, then testing function.
I
Then again
know
it has printed.
I know how a function works, but like the internal part is also like getting clear now. I think we can move on.
Okay, you got that's good. Yeah, Pranav, go ahead.
Yeah, is there a particular place the function has to be like at the top or at the bottom, like in C?
Generally, we put before you use anything, you should define. We define before that. Otherwise,
Okay.
if I put below, then compiler say what is add. It is unknown to compiler. It will not run,
Oh,
right? It is
okay.
free. It is showing it's not defined.
Okay.
Like we create some function is nothing but a variable having some additional faculty, right? In variable we
Yes,
put
sir.
value, but in function we put multiple statement together. And whenever we use
Okay.
that function, it will just replace with that function.
Yes, sir.
That's
We might
just
have been just
add.
complicated it now.
Yeah. So now let us see some more variety of this. Now we'll come back to here. Okay. Now I will tell you, write simple code based on this simple question. Write a function or write a program to print, okay, your name, address, and income 1000 times. What will you do? You can write two way. You can write one loop, right? I in range 1000 I don't want to make it 1,000 now. Just it is just for understanding. Okay. This I'll do this first, and then I'll put something right here. Name like KR, address, something like. Okay. So this thing you can do through loop, right? But same thing we can do through a function, right? I'll just add using function. Then what will you do? Just put this statement inside a function. Print name, address. I gave some name, and then I will call that function here. Print name, comma, address.